As part of our corporate social responsibility and responding to the Heart Trust strategic objective of enhancing the customer experience and public confidence, every year the Trust undertakes national impact projects. This year we were very specific in targeting projects that were related to the destruction that Hurricane Beryl would have caused. And right here in the community of Corbin St. Elizabeth was a family whose house was devastated by Hurricane Beryl. We utilized the expertise and the skills of our trainees as well as the knowledge of our instructors to rebuild this house for the family in Corbin St. Elizabeth. Our trainees utilized their skills and competences to recast the roof and to undertake all of the technical pieces involved in the construction of a space that would have been devastated.
So today we are here looking at our project site in Corby that we initiated after the aftermath of Hurricane Beryl last year, July. And our trainees get the opportunity to implement what is considered as the true sense of TVET integration. And so for our construction trainees, our electrical trainees, our plumbing trainees, they all gather on the site to carry out different aspects of work. And so what is the main emphasis here is concrete reinforced work, where they do steel work, steel caging to support the building that lost its entire roof membrane and ceiling infrastructure. So we are at the point where they would have done the decking concrete casting of the roof, and they would have prepared the infrastructure for the electrical work, and of course they would have extracted derelict material for windows and doors in preparation to install new door jambs and window frames and carry out tiling work.
I decided to choose general construction based on the way the world is going at the moment. Because my parents tell me that if you don't have a skill, it'll be hard for you to make it in life. So I chose general construction. At the moment, we're doing farming, and then the matting, and then the slabbing, which is the pour of the concrete.
We are preparing the formwork so that the premix truck can come and pour the concrete so we can finish the roof. My experience, it's great so far, and I learned a lot since I've been in the general construction department.
I chose this skill area because I like it. I know this will inspire other women because most men underestimate women doing this type of job. And I look forward to learning more in this specific area. And if you believe in yourself, anything is possible.
I learned quite a few things. I learned a little carpentry work and masonry work. At the institution, we mostly get to do the writing part, but here we get to do the actions.
The family of this house will be very happy that we prepare a proper roof over their head so they could live comfortable.
My name is Jajet Gale. I'm from the Corby district. So we was at home here as usual with my husband who's blind, my son, my two great-grand, and the next person that stay here with us. Well, when we hear the rain and the breeze, we say, well, nothing about two gone. But afterward now, we hear a flapping over on that side. The zinc going up, So I have some garbage bag put in the suitcase and I say, all right, those are okay. Afterward, rain started to pour in now like Duns River Fall. So we decided to come out. It's around 6:30 and it was raining heavily. We were going up to my daughter. When we went up here, we was out of water into water because a part of her roof lift and water was coming in. We find a dry place and we could stay until the next morning now. When we reach here, when I come out here, so I put my hand on my head because we couldn't find any road to walk. The zinc and board and nail. And when I go into the house and see what the damage is, a lot of furniture, TV, everything got damaged. My son was out here, he was trying to see what he could do out here, but there was nothing that he could do. So Mr. Ben came by and looked and they talked, and he said he will be back. It was a few weeks after then he came back, and then he bring some people with him and they start to measure up and say they are going to help us. A week and a half ago, Mr. Ben came and he said to me that Mr. Plummer come in. But I didn't know who was Mr. Plummer because he came all the while, but we know him as expert. So the expert was on the shirt. I say expert. He come and he told me that some trainees gonna come to give him a helping hand on Friday. So tell my son to be around. So that is how they come and they started. And boy, I'm so glad. I'm glad for the help because we couldn't do it. This is the type of work that my husband did, but he's blind, so he can't do nothing. So I'm so glad for Heart. Thank God for Heart. The people, the foundation, the training, everyone. I'm grateful. I'm really grateful.
My name is Sharon Lowe, and I'm living here in Queensbury, Southfield, St. Elizabeth. The entire roof went off, the ceiling and some of the windows. And we had to run out of the house with my 94-year-old mother and my sister who is 60 years old and she had dementia. So we had was to go to our next door neighbor to rescue. The house was devastated. Everything went. I had was to cry.
I am 95-year-old and I have go through storms. And I tell you, me good women, burial, lick, me street, lane, everywhere. Me said the night I'm buried, me they have to drag me go down and walk home down the bottom there. So for 2 months, I was down there for. And me I tell you that it was a awful sight, it was an awful sight, but thanks be to God, He brought me up from down there and I'm living back in my old home, so joyful and so good. I can't express it, I can't express it. Many words can't express because I wasn't looking for this. No, I was in a decent place, but this is more decent.
They roofed the house, they gave us windows, doors, bathroom fixtures.
Thanks. I can't say thanks. People come in, but them don't do it. Organize it like how Uno organize it for me.
Oh my. On behalf of the Lowe family, my mother and my other sibling, thank you very, very much. We really appreciate this gesture and may God continue to bless you all.
My name is Claire Evans and I born and live in Plagamite, St. Elizabeth. When the storm was passing, I hear a heavy breeze coming up from up Monroe, and I called to my younger son, Brad, and I said to him, the house is coming off. He said, no, nothing like that, you're frightened. So I said to him, no, it's coming off. So we was there talking, and then I hear just a flush, and that was the roof, everything coming down on us in the house. So meanwhile, he might carry me over the house. One breeze come from Monroe and take him and me and keep it just an inch from the gully. And he get me over in the next door where my sister was. And there we stay for the night. When I came back, there all I see around me was zinc and board and nails, so complete destroy. I didn't save nothing at all. It was just very, very bad. I was here taking up the pieces, and when I look, I see my vehicle drive up. And when I look, I see a gentleman and a lady come out of the vehicle. And they say it's from Heart Trust. Then say they come to look to see the damage that done to my house. So I said to them, you're going to try and help me? And they said, yes, is that they come about. Well, Heart Trust come and then buy me, carry me some windows, then carry all the doors for the house, then seal the house, and then put up the counter back in the kitchen, then fix up the bathroom, then come and whatever furniture that I leave, then come and spray them up so lovely and so pretty. And I tell you, student, workers, everybody, come. Yes, thumbs up for Heart Trust.
The trainees would have benefited from this experience because other than the practicals in the training labs, this would have given them the ability to integrate not just the physical but the psychosocial aspects of work being done on active construction site and taking into consideration the analytical and the calculative activities as well as the safety features that they have to carry out the work out here in the field. The instructors would have gotten the opportunity to evaluate their trainees in a real sense doing the work to please the customer and that which meets the standard which they would have demonstrated inside the lab.
The Heart and Estate Trust continues to impact the lives of every Jamaican, utilizing the skills of our trainees and utilizing the resources that would have been afforded to us to ensure that families can live and do better.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Long live Heart. Blessing, blessing, blessing every time.